Welcome back to iShine Connect.
The 1980s. This was the decade of the tech giants. Apple and Microsoft were becoming icons in the world of computing. The Energizer Bunny was born, and the Berlin Wall was torn down, triggering the end of the Cold War. It was a decade of great change for sure. Meanwhile, many of the most popular Gaither songs were being heard anywhere gospel music was played and performed. The Gaither legacy was growing, and people from all walks of life were being impacted by their anointed arrangements. They would go on to win 3 Dove Awards during this time and were inducted in the Gospel Music Hall of Fame in 1983.
Talk about a homecoming. This feels like a homecoming. And to be here in what has to be kind of the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, no matter where that is, it's really right here. Little Indiana, and it's Alexandria, Indiana here. Yes, did I say it right? Alexandria?
Alexandria, yeah.
Alexandria, Indiana. Yeah. Show me everything you got here.
Okay, well, here are some early LPs, of course. Live Across America, and that's with Gary, and this was with my brother Danny. You know why we had the 4th member?
Why?
Gloria never claimed to be a singer. She's a writer.
Bill and Gloria have written over 300 sacred songs. One can't help but wonder how the parents of 3 children find time to be performers and parents, plus write sacred music, which in many cases has become very popular in the sacred music field. How much time do they spend in writing music?
That's really unpredictable because we usually write songs whenever we feel something deeply enough, and when those times come, we just stop and take time. Whatever else is scheduled that day has to take a second place. A lot of times songs take a great deal of time in the thought that goes into them before the actual writing itself may come very quickly. But the weeks or months or sometimes years of toying with a theological concept or some kick we're on at the time may take a long time.
Once I have the idea and I have the music, the lyric comes very quickly. But most of the time, you know, it's the idea we're wrestling to the ground, and almost always, for Bill and me, it is almost never, okay, let's write a song today. I am not an assignment writer. Life is my assignment. And out of that comes questions. And he'll call me in, you know, I'll say, Gloria, come here, and it's usually in the middle of, like, he and Benji were in the basement while we were fixing Christmas dinner, and I made this big, you know, roast, and I'm just getting stuff out of the oven, and they say, Mom, come down here. Okay, so I quit what I'm doing, I go down there, but they're in the middle of this great idea, okay? So I guess I let the roast burn, and I get this pad, and I say, what are you thinking? When songs come, you do it. I'm very organic about my writing. Organic in that I don't write on a computer. I can't put a machine between me and the paper. I use a pen. Sometimes I like these flare pens because they are like writing with a real ink pen. But I write a lot with pencils because I can change and edit. Let me start with this. You write in solitude, and you don't write for the audience. You write to deliver an idea. At least I write to deliver an idea. No matter what I'm writing, whether it's an academic paper, I start with an idea. It's always up here before it's down here. Then you carve it out. If you're a sculptor, you have a big piece of marble. And someone said they asked Michelangelo as he was hauling a big stone down the road, what are you going to make out of that? He said, it's already an angel. I'm just going to chip away everything that isn't the angel. So that's what you do with a pen, too. So very similar. I don't do a lot of editing. I hear so many writers, and they give classes on this as, oh, your rough drafts, you have so many rough drafts, and you have to write and rewrite, and the grace of the great writing is how many times I seldom rewrite, and I almost never, I sometimes rearrange a sentence, put it somewhere else. I should have said that sooner than later, but I spend more time wrestling with the idea before I start, whether it's prose or poetry. I write a blog, and I didn't even know what a blog was. I'm not sure I still do, but they said I had to name a blog if I was going to write one. And I named it Love Song to My Life, because my whole philosophy of life is happening. First of all, notice it. And if you notice it, you'll fall in love with it. And you don't have to go to Paris to be in love with life. You've got so much life going on right under your feet that you'll be overwhelmed with it every day.
This is pretty much the homecoming room, starting clear back with Turn Your Radio On.
Got it.
And all those tunes, homecoming book, Gloria's homecoming cookbook, and then some of the early history of the Blackwood Brothers. And there's Mosey Lister. Now, if I seem to always go towards the writers, it's because we're writers. I can't believe that little old guy wrote all these different styles of songs. There's old Hovey Lister, the Statesman. That's an old Hovey. And then that's a young Hovey there.
There it is.
Yeah. You know who that man is?
I don't.
Stuart Hamlin.
Okay.
There was a songwriter. When Gloria and I started writing, we had three heroes: Stuart Hamlin, Mosey Lister, and Ira Stampfield. But here he is presenting us, I think, with an award. Here is Bill and Gloria at their wedding day. There's my mama, there's my dad, there's Gloria's mother, her dad, they're both pastors. And there she is putting food in my mouth, and she continues to do that even to this day. This is probably one of the first records. She was pregnant about 7 months, so we covered it up with the...
With flowers.
I still got that convertible. It's 1972. I bought it new. It's got 33,000 miles on it because we just drive it in the summertime. But it's good. And here are some more Grammys for the vocal band and some for the homecoming thing. This is the ASCAP Bill and Gloria for the Christian Songwriter of the Century. And then here are Dove Awards for 30 years.
The winner is Mr. Bill Gaither.
I'm scared to death. I really mean it. Thank you so much. You're all very kind. Thank you.
They invited the vocal band back at their 30th anniversary because they wanted to try to find somebody who was old enough, who was that very first one. So we came out and we started singing Jesus, Jesus, in a contemporary group that's driven pretty much by rhythm and stuff. And it was amazing, the respect of that. Oh, Kirk Franklin stood up and said to the guy by him, say, "Did they write that?" Yeah. And then we went in and he touched me and said, "They wrote that too, you know?" And then we went into Because He Lives. He said, okay.
I got it.
And then over here, and you're going to see Vestal and Bermuda.
Hello.
That's great.
Hello. There she is. And those kids' projects that Gloria produced and put out were pretty fantastic. And these are all the characters who were in the Gaither stuff.
You know, you say to a child, "You are a promise. God made, they understand promise. I promise I'll get you that for Christmas. I promise that after school, we'll go get ice cream. Kids understand promises. But then you say to them, you are a promise. God made a promise to the world with you. You are his promise. And you have got to grow up in such a way that you will help him keep the promise that he made to the world. Kids get that. Adults, Kids get it. So we wrote a whole battery of stuff for kids because we were growing our own kids, and we was like, okay, you know, what will they get? We wrote a whole musical called Kids Under Construction, and what we learned is sometimes the kids are way down the road spiritually from where I am. And I was like, well, duh, what, I didn't know that. Benji knew it. It's the truth. They get stuff we don't get, so we better be learning from them.
We'll be right back after this short break.
I have 1,549 catches, but my best catch, NFL Plus. I catch live, local, and primetime games on my phone. I catch NFL Network. And I catch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon on NFL Red Zone.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to NFL Red Zone. Scott Hansen here.
Are you using that?
Okay, now take this.
Start streaming NFL Plus today. Plans start at $6.99 a month.